Do not go anywhere, because in today's video I want to explain to you why the 4000D or possibly even the 1300D could be your first photography camera when starting out in photography. And I'm Dave from TVR Creators, and I make weekly content on the best cameras for hobbyists and beginners. If that sounds interesting to you, don't forget to like and subscribe. So let's crack on with the video. Now the 4000D is basically the newer, younger brother of the 1300D. It's an 18 megapixel camera, takes very nice photos, usually comes with an 18 to 55mm lens and comes off extremely easily. There it is with that beautiful focus, that nice little sensor there which will take those really nice photos that you'll be able to take. Now what's nice about these cameras is they don't cost the earth. You can get them now for about sort of 300-ish. Bear in mind, if you look around second hand, you'll be able to find perhaps even a better deal. I've been looking around and finding them for sort of £200 or dollars. That's a great bargain at the moment, but I will leave a link to this in the description below. Now the 1300D and the 4000D are very similar. The 4000D is basically just has a better sensor, has a few more features, a bit more modern, feels a bit nicer. This is actually the 1300D, it's the first one I grabbed today, but they're very similar. And what's nice about these, you can have a nice big screen on the back, you can see exactly what you're taking photos of, it making photography feel more fun and more easy. And you know, these cameras are very easy to use. Now if you're a bit more old school, they do have a nice viewfinder which you can see exactly what you're taking photos of. But if you're like me and you come from a background of sort of camcorders, you might prefer the screen on the back. It's just a sort of an easy way to take photos. Now throughout this video I'll just show a few photos of what I've taken with this camera so you can see the sort of quality that you'll be getting. And you're probably thinking, why do I need a camera like this? Well, I would say there's something nice, especially if you're, a keen photographer or it's a hobby you're starting out, to have something separate from your phone. So when you're taking those nice photos, you're not getting binged by social media or text messages or whatever. It's sometimes nice to have a camera that's just separate from your phone that takes really nice photos. Now, this 1300D or the 4000D, both 18 megapixels, easy to use settings on the back, has lots of settings on the top. Now my recommendation to begin with is just put into automatic and let the camera do the heavy lifting for you, but you can play around with sort of face mode and landscape mode and all the different modes. You can put it into manual mode, play around with the shutter speed and the ISO if you want to get that really perfect shot. And I would just little power tip, extending the shutter speed, you'll get more light into the lens, and it might be good for sort of nighttime photography, stuff like that, street photography, things like that. So it depends on what you're using it for, and definitely down the road I'd recommend upgrading to something like a 75 to 300mm, something like this, if you want a different lens. I've taken some nice photos of the family with this particular lens, but this is more if you want a bit of a zoom, you want a sort of narrow shot, something like a zoom lens is something you might want to think about. But for beginners, for starting out, the 18 to 55mm kit lens that comes with this camera will be perfectly fine for taking all those different shots that you'll be taking with this particular camera. Feel free to ask your questions and comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you're getting value from today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and why not buy us a coffee? That supports everything we do here on the channel. Now, as I said before, there will be a link to this camera or cameras in the links below, so go and check that out. And I just want to show you a cool little thing about this camera. Make sure you got a tripod. A tripod is always your camera's best friend. Have a spare battery, make sure they're both charged so it runs out, doesn't matter. SD card, I'd get about 64, 128 gig. You can get bigger if you want, but you don't have to spend the earth on that. And just have fun with the camera, experiment with the camera, just see what happens. And if you're a bit unsure, just put it in auto mode, take pictures and experiment. Honestly, it's easy to go. And sometimes with a kit lens, if I put it into sort of manual mode and self-focus, that's sometimes a bit easier. Or turn off the flash if you want to put it in auto mode so it auto focuses for you, and just give it a second by holding in the photography button on the top, and it will get that nice perfect shot, make it nice and sharp and take that nice photo for you. Now yes, you can film with this camera, it does have video mode, but I personally wouldn't say these cameras are for video cameras per se. That's more cameras I've talked about on other videos on the channel, but this is definitely very much a photography camera when it's starting out. So I really hope you got value from today's video. In a moment, I'm going to leave you 2 end cards that are going to bring you even more value. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you got value from today's video. And you know what? I'm going to let you on a little secret. You guys rock.